Hey you guys, McDonald's Boo Box is back. So we're gonna have a little mukbang. I really wanted the black hat one. At one of my locations, they only had the white and the orange available, and I actually also thought the orange was cute, so we got the orange. It's so funny because like last year, the white bucket was like so hard to get. I had to go all the way to Vancouver, Washington to get it. For this year, it's like right there, but they changed their designs this year, so I was like kind of hoping for this one because it's like so cute. That's just so funny how life works, but they come with stickers, and yeah, we're just gonna have a little mukbang. We have so much to talk about though. No, you guys, we have so many updates, it's insane. But I'm so hungry. Let's get this going. Got our nuggets. Well, it's about McDonald's when I went tonight, you guys. I feel like it's not always often nowadays, just being an adult, that I'll see a guy in public and be like, wow, he's really cute. And that happened at McDonald's tonight. So let's get these fries going and we'll talk about it. Oh my god. Well, and it was one of those things too that like I wasn't even going into it being like, oh, he's gonna be like really cute. But then I realized he was really cute. It was like one of those moments where like it was like, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait, real quick. What am I gonna do for Halloween? Oh, well, I have a costume and everything. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I decided to not do Halloween weekend this year. My ex-situationship, he's screaming, crying, kicking the wall. I'm just kidding. Ironically enough, the time when he tried to reconnect last year was the week of my Halloween weekend. These are good. The boy knew what he was doing. No, but that's not the reason why. I just decided to just have one costume this year and play it simple. That's the only reason why, you guys. It's nothing to do with my ex-situationship. Being excited to like look at my costumes when he shouldn't have because he had a girlfriend. But you know what? Not my boyfriend. I feel like I don't want to say yet my costume, but I hinted at it on my community tab. Something royalty. I went to a party that I got invited to back in high school, like a friend's birthday party, and my costume's very similar to that experience. But I'm excited because I'm finally, as a costume, going to be wearing my senior year prom dress. For you guys, for years, I've been dying to rewear the dress for a costume. Nothing just came up until this year. Okay, I don't want to say anything more. I feel like you could already connect the dots from the community tab of what it is, but you'll find out very soon when I post about it on the community tab, probably first and then follow up in a video. But it's gonna be so cute. I was debating on Halloween weekend, you guys. I was originally like, ooh, maybe every Friday leading up to Halloween wear a costume, but it's just like so much money and I could return the costumes, or I wasn't like really sure. Nothing was screaming to me like some costumes were. I had some ideas. I was like, I could be Glinda, I could be a cowgirl. But then honestly, I hadn't really done a whole lot this month, so we're just gonna do one. Honestly, for Halloween, I'm just gonna have hair and makeup done at home. Not gonna have an appointment or anything crazy this year, because last year kind of was a little chaotic, if y'all remember. I just want to dress up like olden times and just have a chill day. And not worry too much about the getting ready part, you know what I mean? When I go to McDonald's, the app always does this, I swear. You order for like carside pickup, then the order just disappears. And because I know it always does it, I screenshotted the order to make it easier. And so literally when I get pulled up, of course it happens. I have to go inside. Every time I just feel like the workers get all sassy with me. It's like, oh, you need to go to the app and find da da da. I'm like, I don't know. I don't work here. Like, you're supposed to know. Go up to the line and like wait. There's this guy. Of course he's attractive, but I don't really like think much of it, you know what I mean, until we have like conversation. Well, because like I've told you guys, pretty sure I have, I'm trying not to like look out in the public anymore, because it's like at the end of the day, like you don't know his age, you don't know if you're in the same place of life, you don't know if he's married or kids, you don't know if he's married, if he's taken, you don't know. And so I've just been trying to kind of be like not be observant to that anymore. So I think that's why going into it I was just like, oh, okay, or like he'll probably be sassy with me like all the other workers are, but he wasn't. He was so polite and sweet, and so I was like, he's cute. I tell him the situation, being like, hey, like this is my order, it disappeared on the app, and he was like, oh, it's not on the app. I'm like, that's a screenshot, because it always happens quite a bit of time. The guy was like, oh, that's smart. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, he's really hot. And then I was like, wait, he has like a deep voice. Then I was like, he's tall. He had like these curly cues, like he had curly hair, which I don't know if I mean, yes, I thought guys were cute with curly hair, but then it was like all of a sudden because of the deep voice and that, oh, you're so smart kind of thing. Even though I was towards that, still I was like, oh, okay, I'm hooked. So then I was like, wait, he's really cute. Like, I'm not gonna do anything about it. I was so tempted, y'all, to ask if he was single. I was, because like I feel like it's not often, it's been a while that I was like, oh my gosh, he's really cute. So he's like, yeah, we still have the order, good, just needs a little bit more time. I was like, yeah, no worries. And then I got my order, I got the boo bucket I wanted, and then I was like, try to flirt, but like play it cool, you know, because you don't know. So I just was like I was like, I know, it was so bold of me, but I did it. I was just like, thank you so much, you're a lifesaver, I appreciate you. That can come off as like really polite though. Yeah, so I felt like I was fine. Where like genuinely it could also be like me not flirting, and I can tell he was kind of probably taken aback. I was like, yeah, sure, of course. And then we gave the eye contact, you guys, and I was like, ah! And then that was it. It was like, have a nice night. Yeah, you too. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. But I purposely got out of the parking lot because I didn't want to be weird filming. Oh, and then you guys, we actually do have another update with Arizona. I had got a text from the guy, basically of him inviting me to go without worrying about a plane ticket because he's driving through. And I was just like, oh my gosh, so it'd be even more free. As much as I'd love to like say yes to it. I know, are you guys for the camera just like say yes? I'm a planner type girly and I still want to have like money, and financially I'm just like not at the best place right now for that. And I want to plan it out really well. And again, like I don't want the intention to like go out for a guy. Like I know like him and I decided to like stay friends, but like still, and I know I'd still get the guest room, but still, like there's still things I want to do like in Arizona. Like I'd be fine doing whatever he'd want to do, but I'd still want to do some things if I'm going. I'm like, I feel like I should just like plan it more thorough. And I'm just not like a spontaneous type of girly. Every time I am a spontaneous type of girly is typically for a guy. And I think that's why I'm trying to like take a step back and just be like, okay. But yeah, again, like I think he's just offering just to be polite. He knows how badly I want to travel and how my friend's situation hasn't been like the best at home. So he was just like, if you wanted to like go, as friends, like we get to know each other better. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I am doing remote for college. It could work out. Like, I feel like I should say yes because it's like, it's such a cool opportunity I just got. But I guess I'm just always like a cautious person, especially if I don't still know somebody like well. And I don't know if this guy and I are ever going to date like for real. How do I say this without, you know, giving away too much and still being like private? Basically me and this guy, our age gap is kind of similar to like my parents' age gap. Not like my mom and stepdad, my mom was married to before, is my biological dad. Yeah, so the age gap is similar to like my parents. And like I kind of joked about with him being like, and they didn't work out. You know? No, I mean, every relationship had their own thing of why. The age gap wasn't the issue with my parents. I just want that to be clear. I won't like get into like my parents' tea, but the age gap was not the reason why they broke up. So I think it's just like, yeah, it's like, how do you know, like, you know, obviously I know like with age gaps, like I don't want to be with someone too old or too young. I feel like with too young it's illegal and wrong, but then with it being too old, not that you can't, but it still feels illegal and wrong, you know what I mean? And I think it's like the fear of like judgment and what people think. You know, it's so weird, like the girls, they want me to date someone older. I think they see how mature I am and they're tired of me dating these emotionally unavailable boys, but it just, that's what happens, you know? It's what happens. The guys around my age are just that, okay? Unfortunately, the ones I found, there's some good ones, but just hasn't worked out. I've met some good ones and it just hasn't worked out. The guy didn't feel it, I didn't feel it, whatever. And so I see why the girls that I've been friends with want me to be with someone older and mature and has like more his life and his like shit together, you know? But then all my guy friends, they're a little bit more like judgy. Like they're a little bit more like, oh, he's too old, you know? Like they're a little bit more like, yeah. And I agree with them a lot. Well, I don't know, like, I mean, I agree with the girls too. Like, I want someone older, like, you know. But then I'm like, what if he's a little too old? Like, I want a guy to have his shit together, but I don't know. Like, I still don't have mine together. So it'd be nice to kind of date a guy that's kind of like in the same wavelength as me, the same timeline as me, like age-wise, and I'm 27, so I don't know if this guy and I are actually ever gonna date for real. We agreed to just be friends and just like get to know each other because we never really were anything. We didn't really date. He wasn't like an ex-situationship. We just went out a couple times and then like that was it. Very innocent coded for the most part. Well, yeah, like it wasn't much, like little cuddling because like we went on the dates, but like that's all because I had the reservation with that. So yeah, and then there's more like to it, but I just won't get into everything. I'm trying to still like leave things private and not share a whole lot. Also, I just get so nervous. You guys, I swear these guys find my channel. They have nothing else better to do and find my channel. So I'm just like, shoot, I need to be like more careful now. Because the amount of times like guys I had liked, they're like, oh yeah, I stalk your socials. And I'm just like, you don't need to do that. That's not a requirement. You didn't want to be with me, bro, so why are you doing that? So it's so weird to me. That's why I'm like way more just like cautious nowadays. Okay, you know what's so funny though? All my guy friends, it's so funny. I have to share this because every time with my platonic guy friends, when the topic of like an older woman comes up, like, oh, how do you feel of dating older women to the guys? Let me tell you. How do I explain it? Something about them, it does something to them. I don't know what it is. They just get this like perk of excitement. They're just like, oh, I'd love to date an older woman. Like they just get all like, I don't know what it is with younger men with an older woman. I don't know what. Because granted, these guys are around my age, and then me being a tease because they're all like cute. I only have like cute guy friends stuff. I'm like, I'm right here and I'm the same age. What does it matter? No, but like I'm a tease. But anyway, I don't know what it is, but guys just have this intriguing thought of an older woman. And here's the deal. Look, the youngest I've dated a guy, I'm 27. He would be 23 going on 24 right now currently. Because I just turned 27 with the guys being 3 years younger. That would check out and make sense. And to me, like, nowadays that almost feels like my age. But then back then when I dated, when the guy would be 19 and I'd be, you know, in my earlier 20s, then that did feel weird, but it wasn't wrong and it wasn't that bad. Like, it still felt like close in life where you can talk about things, you know, and have some compatibility, maybe, right? I don't know. Well, looking back, no, but you know what I mean? And so some of the guys I had like that were like that limit, like that's the limit I'll go. And that's like the limit I would want to go with a guy that's older, not like way older. That's where I'm like trying to figure it out with this one guy, like that, just friends, and he invited me to Arizona. I don't even want to give him a nickname because it's like, I don't even want to go there just like talking about it. I just want to talk about it and be done. I definitely want to be with a guy that's like closer to my age. Guys my age are just so cute. I don't know. Not that this guy that's older isn't cute. He's very attractive, by the way. Very good looking, takes very good care of himself. And that's why I'm like, why are you way older than me? Like, why can't you be like closer to my age? Yeah, just like the whole like younger guy, older woman, like, yeah, because I've dated guys like a little bit younger, but it almost now feels like my own age, but at the time maybe not, because like I talked about, but still it was close in age, it's fine. And so I see where my guy friends have the intriguing like thought of an older woman. It's just so funny to see them like perk up and be like, oh yeah, I date an older woman, and they're talking probably way older, they'd be into it, but even if she was a little bit older, they're just like, yeah. And it's just like, oh my god. And it's just really funny, especially because I am emotionally mature and I'm like, hello, I'm the same age and like I'm right here, but like I'm kidding because these are all my guy friends. No, literally, I'm always trolling all of them. Anyways, so yeah, I got invited to go to Arizona for real. Right now, it just felt like the right thing to do to reject it. But it sucks because like it could be the right timing for me to go. I think it's just like when I do get out to Arizona, as you guys have known for a long time, I wanted to film like a Mel's Takes On series, and it kind of got to the side a little bit. Wanted to like revamp it and like change up my channel to rebrand it to traveling. And so I just feel like by the time when I do go, like, I guess I'm such a perfectionist even when I film. I've had different ideas since I took a break on the series, and I want to come back to it, and I want the editing and the music and everything to just be like really good. Like, travel again, I'm definitely gonna film it for you guys, but I also want to make sure I'm doing a good job of like staying present and, you know, staying in the moment too, of course. Yeah, 'cause I want to try to have like that balance. I feel like with Jonas Brothers concert, I actually did a pretty good job of that. You know, it was like an hour long of footage, but there were times I wasn't filming and I was just jumping and dancing or sitting and taking a break with like some of the songs I didn't know super well, or some of the slow songs. It was just so much fun just being present, so I try to like find that balance a little bit. Anyways, that's all for this mukbang and chat. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update. Someday, the whole point of the story is I'll get to Arizona. I actually want to go, but not even just Arizona. I want to go back to Nevada again. I want to go back to California. Like I said, all these places. There's so many. I want to go to Chicago, Illinois for the first time. I want to go back to New York. I want to fly out east and see family again. I want to go back to Florida. There's so many states I just like want to see and travel, and even places like I've never been to. Someday I'd love to go out of the country too. I'm gonna start out with Canada and Mexico, not gonna lie. But yeah, there's so many places in mind. Like, I have a list of like what I want to do. So I really hope someday it can happen, no matter who I end up going with. But even if I do go with a guy, like I said, I want the intentions to be like for myself. I want to save up for it. I want it to be something I'm looking forward to. So we'll just see. Yeah, but I hope it works out. It's hard like being on the internet, but I want this life. I want the remote life. I want to be that content creator. If there's ever any ways like you guys have ideas of what to film, let me know, seriously, because yeah, I want you guys to enjoy like my content. So please always tell me. I love you guys. Bye.